need to do the last part.
We're going to do the first part again too.
Okay.
Make it easy, we'll do the whole lot again. And no bloody heckling from the back. From the cheap seats at the back.
All right. How will metaverse?
No, we'll start again. First one.
The first one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What is metaverse in your simplest term?
Okay. So, metaverse, in my view, is a immersive, augmented reality where people can get involved and feel like they are in the situation. Metaverse is a buzzword that's been used quite a lot today. It was actually first used in a book in 1972. And then, of course, as you all know, I'm a Trekkie. And the first use of what we call holodeck was actually in a cartoon of Star Trek in 1974 in an episode called The Practical Joker. Subsequent to that, the first full holodeck in a Star Trek movie or TV series was used in 1996 in The Next Generation in a episode called First Contact. Now, of course, I grew up with Star Trek and I grew up with holodecks, and the holodeck is the next generation of metaverse. So that has, you could say, augmented feeling because you can touch, it's tactile, you can feel it, you can experience it in a lot more detail. So metaverse more is the next generation of the web. It's what they're calling Web 3 right now. So it's really going to be interesting to see where this technology goes. At a conference just recently with a professor who's working on augmented reality, virtual reality, etc., I did ask him when we'll have our first holodecks in reality. And he said, not right now, not in the very near foreseeable future, but this is something that they expect will happen probably in our kids' lifetime.
Cool. And how will metaverse change our life? I mean, personal life and professional life in general.
In general, well, I suppose a lot of people are using augmented reality now to play games. When I was a kid, we had Space Invader machines. We played that. And then the next generation went into first-person type games. And then subsequent to that, people are now playing games within the metaverse. So that's where people are really starting to experience it a lot right now. From a business point of view, a lot of companies haven't gone and used the metaverse yet from a business perspective. We'll talk a bit later on about what FWD, what we're looking at using the metaverse for initially as our first step. But I can see going forward that there are multiple applications. Staff meetings, we're using Zoom or Microsoft Teams for everything right now. And we're getting a bit zoomed out or MS Teamed out. And I know you all feel that as well. And the next step is, could we do some of those meetings in the metaverse where we can basically, not physically, but we can meet virtually in that world and have more of a close contact within that world. Maybe also going forward, call center, customer service, instead of someone ringing up on the phone. Remember, initially it was someone wrote a letter to us, then we received faxes, now we receive phone calls. Well, people could actually go into the metaverse and meet a customer service representative in that metaverse to be able to resolve their problem. So maybe even in the future, instead of digital online sales, we can have metaverse sales as well, whether by using AI or by using a real-life agent in that situation.
So, David, in your view, any differences, in terms of experience? Let's say if we have call center that they physically sitting here and talking to customers, while we're comparing to a metaverse, they are in there Any differences in terms of experience?
I think it gives people that more personal contact. They can feel, they can see facial expressions, etc. So I think it's a more meaningful customer experience.
Cool. So it comes to this question though, how FWD will move forward with Metaverse?
Well, initially, our first foray into this arena is going to be through what we're calling CEO Meets Staff. So for me to get a greater understanding of what you all feel and what you are thinking, I want to start by doing CEO Meets Staff. But instead of doing it in person in a large room, I want to try and do it in the metaverse. So it'll be all of us in there, and then you explaining to me what your feelings are, what you think is good about the company, what you think is not so good about the company.
Wow. I'm sure that people are looking forward to it.
It's going to be interesting. I've done this for quite a number of years, but I've always done it face to face in a meeting room, 40, 50 people, 2 whiteboards, 3 hours of really listening and understanding from you, our staff. So I'm really looking forward to getting this going within FWD.
Yeah, me too, because I know that you spend a lot of time for your people. For example, me last year when I rejoined, you spend the whole day sitting with people, right? Onboarding
Yes,
program.
yeah, it's important. So it's important to make sure that we fully understand and we listen to our staff. You know, you guys are at the coalface. You know what's happening out there. I sit in my office, I walk around a little bit, but I don't hear everything. So this is the way that I can get that feedback.
Cool. So now I want to hear your thought about, how to build awareness of having metaverse in FWD. Let's say your personal message to FWD crews about metaverse, how important it is to understand and adapt and to stay on top with new technology.
Well, you know, I think it's going to be more and more important. It is the future. It is the new way of doing things. So I think, with taking little steps internally within the organization, first focusing on the CEO Meets Staff, then maybe moving to some of the customer servicing options, etc. Maybe then, as I mentioned, into the sales, I think it's going to be important. So get on board. Don't be afraid of it. That's number one. Don't be afraid of the new technology because it's all there to make our life easier and to give us a better work-life experience.
Anything else you want to?
No, I think that's all. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the rest of the cultural awareness program today.
Can you add something like your personal message?
That was my personal message. Don't be afraid.
Sorry. No, I mean inviting people,
Yeah.
the CEO Meets Staff
Mm.
just now.
Because he already touched that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I already said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've already done that. Yeah. Okay.
So anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's
It's
enough.
not culture awareness, it's culture